Did you know that? According to a recent statistic from the National Institute on Aging, more than 70% of men over the age of 60 are quietly noticing changes in their bodies they can't quite describe. It's not just fatigue. It's not just restless sleep or the feeling of low energy in the morning. It's a quiet worry deep inside, the sense that vitality is slipping away. Little by little. But very few realize that the true cause is not simply aging. It comes from declining circulation, imbalanced hormone levels, and weakened cellular signals over time. I'm not here to talk about expensive treatments or aggressive interventions. What I want to share with you today is something much simpler, a mixture of extra virgin olive oil and cloves. These are two ingredients you may already have in your kitchen, but the way you use them, the timing, and the reason why they can awaken strength from within, that's something most people don't know. If you are over 60, I invite you to watch this video closely. It may help you better understand your body and reclaim what you thought was lost. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments below. In more than 30 years of working with older men, I've always believed that nature, when used correctly, has the power to awaken vitality that many thought was long forgotten. And one of the simplest yet most effective combinations I've seen in many of my patients is the pairing of extra virgin olive oil and cloves. These two ingredients, which may seem ordinary in your kitchen, actually contain powerful biological mechanisms that can support circulation, awaken sensation, and naturally reinforce hormone function in later life. Olive oil, especially cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, is considered the #1 source of healthy fat in the Mediterranean diet, one of the healthiest diets in the world. It contains oleic acid, polyphenols, and vitamin E, compounds known for their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. They help protect blood vessels, especially those in the pelvic region, an area that plays a central role in maintaining male vitality as we age. Studies published in the Journal of Urology have shown that regular consumption of olive oil is linked to improved circulation in the lower body and may help support natural male hormone metabolism. Cloves. On the other hand, those small but potent dried flower buds are a treasure trove of a compound called eugenol. This compound is well known for its anti-inflammatory properties, nerve-stimulating effects, and ability to boost blood circulation. Eugenol helps relax small blood vessels, increases blood flow to tissue, and stimulates sensory nerves functions that often quietly decline after the age of 60. In addition, the flavonoids in cloves can gently balance the hormonal axis, supporting stable male hormone levels without disrupting the body's overall equilibrium. When these two ingredients are combined, they don't just complement each other, they amplify each other's effects. Olive oil acts as an ideal carrier, helping the active compounds in cloves absorb more deeply and evenly into the bloodstream, nervous system, and surrounding tissues. Meanwhile, cloves activate circulation and nerve function, creating a whole-body restorative effect from blood flow to nerve signaling to hormone balance. We call this combination the Vitality Awakening Duo because it not only helps restore physical energy, but also rekindles something even more important, the belief that your body still has the ability to recover. Now that you understand why extra virgin olive oil and cloves can have such a powerful impact on men's health in later years, the next step And the key to effectiveness is how you prepare and when you take this mixture. Many people overlook this part, but in truth, even the best remedy won't work if used at the wrong time or in the wrong way. Let's start with preparation. Begin with 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. This is essential because this type of oil retains all of its natural bioactive compounds. Next, take about 3 to 4 dried cloves and soak them in 100 milliliters of warm water for 20 to 30 minutes, allowing their active ingredients to infuse into the water. Then strain out the cloves, keeping only the infused liquid. Finally, mix the clove-infused water with the olive oil. Stir gently and drink the mixture while it is still slightly warm. The taste is quite distinctive, mildly spicy and aromatic, but don't be put off by it. That sensation is often the first sign that something restorative is beginning. As for timing, many studies on the body's natural rhythms have shown that nighttime is when the body enters its hormonal regeneration phase, balancing internal systems and repairing cells. This makes it the ideal time to introduce compounds that fight inflammation, boost circulation, and stimulate the nervous system because during the night, the body is no longer busy with digestion or high-energy metabolism as it is during the day. That's why you should take this mixture about 1 hour before bed, ideally when your stomach is relatively light. Taking it at this time allows your circulatory system to absorb the nutrients more effectively, while also supporting nighttime recovery processes related to vitality and hormone function. Another important point is the rhythm and cycle of natural therapies. Use this mixture in a cycle of 2 weeks on, 1 week off, so the body has time to self-adjust and avoid becoming overstimulated. During the off week, you can support your recovery process with warm water and foods rich in magnesium or omega-3. Raymond. One of my former patients first tried drinking this mixture after lunch and didn't notice much change, but once he switched to the nighttime schedule and followed the method correctly, within just 3 weeks, he told me he was sleeping more deeply, waking up more refreshed, and feeling like his body had been recharged from the inside. That's why timing should never be overlooked. In both traditional and modern medicine, the principle of right time, right dose, and right mechanism remains golden. And when you choose the right moment to nourish your body, you open the door to real recovery. Benefit 1. Enhancing circulation and improving pelvic blood vessel function. If there is one thing that most men over the age of 60 are never warned about, it is the decline in pelvic blood circulation, an area that plays a central role in maintaining vitality and male physiological reflexes. In many cases, vague fatigue, a sense of heaviness in the lower body, or a weak response to stimulation are not signs of getting older, but rather clear indicators that blood is no longer flowing adequately to where it is most needed. According to a study published in the Journal of Urology, the body's ability to produce nitric oxide, a key molecule that relaxes blood vessels and regulates circulation, drops by as much as 50% after age 60. This makes it harder for blood to reach the deeper areas of the male reproductive system, resulting in weaker reflexes, reduced vitality, and a feeling of lost control. Fortunately, nature has its own ways of restoring balance. Cloves are one of the richest natural sources of eugenol, a plant compound known for its ability to stimulate nitric oxide production and dilate small blood vessels. Eugenol acts directly on the vascular endothelium, triggering the release of endogenous nitric oxide. This helps increase blood flow to the pelvic region and rejuvenates tissues related to male physiology. At the same time, eugenol may help reduce blood viscosity and relieve circulatory congestion. Olive oil, especially cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, acts as the perfect companion with its high levels of polyphenols, oleuropein, and vitamin E. Olive oil helps prevent atherosclerosis, reduces inflammation in vessel walls, and protects the endothelium from oxidative damage. As a result, blood flow is not only increased in volume, but also significantly improved in quality, more oxygenated, more fluid, and better able to nourish the physiological tissues within. David, a 67-year-old man who once came into my clinic with a heavy expression, shared that he no longer felt like himself in the morning. After using this mixture correctly for 3 weeks, he returned with a faint smile and said, "I can't quite name the feeling, but I know it's coming back." Improved circulation doesn't just bring back physical confidence. It lays the foundation for many other systems, from sensory nerves and hormone balance to mental clarity. Because blood is life's rhythm. It is the flow that connects the entire body. Benefit 2. Awakening the sensory nervous system and rebuilding body-mind connection. Aging not only slows down physical reflexes, but also dulls sensation, especially in areas of the body that once brought vivid emotion and deep connection. Many men over 60 quietly admit that they no longer feel the same bond between body and mind as they once did. It's not that their needs have disappeared, but that the sensory nerves have gradually been worn down by time, chronic low-grade inflammation, and long-term stress. The pelvic region and male physiological system are home to thousands of nerve endings areas that receive, process, and transmit subtle signals from the environment to the central nervous system. But after age 60, these nerve endings become more vulnerable due to poor circulation, oxidative stress, and lack of nutrients. This leads to numbness, dulled responses, or a complete loss of connection. For many, this is what creates the unsettling feeling of no longer being themselves. In this context, the blend of olive oil and cloves once again showcases the quiet power of nature. Eugenol, the active compound in cloves, not only dilates blood vessels, but is also known for its ability to protect nerve cells and soothe inflammation in peripheral nerves. A study from the National Institutes of Health showed that eugenol can reactivate damaged sensory fibers and improve sensitivity in the male physiological region. Olive oil acts as a kind of biological carrier, helping eugenol penetrate deeply into soft tissue and the nervous system. Thanks to its rich content of monounsaturated fats, vitamin K, and vitamin E. Olive oil also nourishes the myelin sheath, the protective layer that surrounds nerve fibers, allowing information to be transmitted more smoothly and precisely. The story of Mr. Charles, age 72, stands out in my memory. While he still retained his basic physiological reflexes, he often said that the sensation just wasn't the same anymore. After 3 weeks of consistently using the mixture before bedtime, he called just to say, I didn't realize how much I had lost until I felt it come back. When sensory nerves are reawakened, it's not just the body that becomes more responsive. The bond between body and mind begins to heal. And from that restored connection, confidence, intimacy, and vibrant emotion can bloom once more, as if they had never been lost at all. Benefit 3. Supporting natural hormones and revitalizing male energy in later life. Many men enter their 60s with a quiet sense of unease they can't quite put into words. It's not sharp fatigue or specific aches and pains, but more of a subtle loss of motivation, a fading spark for life, and a struggle to summon initiative from within. Most assume this is simply a normal part of aging, but behind that vague feeling often lies a silent decline in male hormones, especially testosterone. Testosterone is not just the hormone responsible for male physiological function. It is the central axis of vitality, confidence, and masculine energy. It influences daily energy levels, recovery after activity, interest in life, and even emotional resilience. Yet after age 60, testosterone levels can drop by as much as 1% each year, triggering a cascade of changes: morning sluggishness, shallow sleep, reduced memory, and a growing disinterest in once familiar pleasures. While many turn to synthetic hormone therapies, those seeking a gentler, safer, and more biologically aligned approach often look to natural functional foods. Among these, the combination of olive oil and cloves stands out as a nourishing solution that works from the inside out. Extra virgin olive oil contains a high concentration of monounsaturated fatty acids, especially oleic acid, a key building block in the body's natural testosterone synthesis from cholesterol. In addition, antioxidants like vitamin E, polyphenols, and squalene in olive oil help reduce systemic inflammation, creating a more stable environment for the adrenal and reproductive glands to function properly. Cloves, on the other hand, contain plant-based flavonoids such as camphorol and quercetin, which have been shown to help regulate the brain-pituitary-gonadal axis. This axis plays a crucial role in natural testosterone production. Unlike synthetic hormones that can cause abrupt changes and side effects, this natural blend supports the body's ability to recalibrate its hormonal rhythm gradually and sustainably. Mr. Harold, a retired engineer at age 65, once told me that he didn't feel sad or sick, but he clearly felt, "I'm not myself anymore." After more than 3 weeks of using this mixture, he said, "It's not just that I feel stronger, I actually want to live again." When natural hormone function is reawakened, what returns is not just physical energy, but the sense of self-mastery, grounded confidence, and inner light that makes a man truly feel alive. Benefit 4. Soothing the prostate, reducing nighttime urination, and relieving lower abdominal pressure. One of the most frustrating and concerning signs for many older men is waking up multiple times at night to urinate. This not only disrupts sleep, but also lowers overall quality of life, leading to fatigue, irritability, and difficulty concentrating during the day. What many people don't realize is that the hidden cause behind these nighttime interruptions is often low-grade chronic inflammation of the prostate. The prostate is a small gland located in the pelvic region, surrounding the upper part of the urethra. When this gland becomes swollen or mildly enlarged. It puts pressure on the urethra, making urination difficult, incomplete, and often leaving the feeling that something is still left behind. This condition is known in medicine as benign prostatic hyperplasia. BPH, a very common issue in men over 60, yet rarely spoken about openly due to its sensitive nature. Once again, the mixture of cloves and olive oil demonstrates its remarkable support for this central area of male health. Cloves contain beta-caryophyllene, a plant compound with strong anti-inflammatory properties. Research has shown that it may help reduce the size of the prostate and soothe tissue overgrowth. It works by relaxing smooth muscle in the prostate and bladder wall, making urination easier and more complete. Meanwhile, oleocanthal, a polyphenol found in extra virgin olive oil, has localized anti-inflammatory effects comparable to ibuprofen, but completely natural and free of side effects. Together, these compounds create a synergistic effect, helping calm the pelvic region, reduce internal pressure, and improve overall urinary function. Mr. Bill, a 70-year-old former firefighter, shared a vivid example. "I don't mind getting older," he said. "What I mind is getting up 3 times a night. It leaves me exhausted." After 1 month of consistently using the mixture before bed, he returned and said, "Now I only get up once and I feel much more refreshed in the morning." When the prostate is soothed, the pelvic region feels less tense, the urinary system functions more smoothly and deep. Restorative sleep can return in the most natural way. What we've just explored together is not simply a mixture of olive oil and cloves. It's a different way of looking at health in later life, gentler, more natural, and more thoughtful. Because when you care for your body the right way, it responds, not loudly, not instantly, but enough for you to realize that vitality is still there, just waiting to be awakened. This small blend is not a miracle, nor is it a replacement for any medication you may be taking, but it is a small action with big meaning, a signal to your body that you still care, that you still want to live well and with quality. Taking it consistently each night can help support your circulation, nervous system, and hormonal balance. It may also help soothe the prostate, improve sleep, enhance mood, and restore a sense of daily control. Most importantly, it gives you back the feeling of ownership over your body. You don't need to change your whole life, just take one small step each day, at the right time, and in the right way. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for upcoming videos on diet, movement, and natural methods to restore vitality after 60. Have you ever tried a small nighttime habit to improve your health? Share your experience in the comments. I read every message from you. It's never too late to care for your body, as long as you begin today.